Hi, and welcome back, everybody. Hope you all had a great day out there. We had a very strange day today. I want to cover what happened in the market, what's happening in the market, and obviously we're going to talk XRP and XLM. If you like talking Ripple and Stellar, drop an X in the comment section below. Smash that like button so we know, and of course, share this content. Let others around the world know exactly what is happening in this digital revolution as we see a global crypto market at 1.09 trillion down on the day, 1.72% at the time of this recording. Now, strange indeed, as I said, I woke up this morning and man, we were pumping pretty much across the board. Everything was pumping. I believe when I woke up this morning, I woke up around 5 a.m. or so here on Pacific Standard Time. We're up about 4 or 5% on Bitcoin, which is quite a big move for Bitcoin. And then across the board, like I said, everything was up. Now we see the whales playing around, more manipulation happening, and the cryptocurrency down for no apparent reason. We've got an XLM down 2.25% at the time of this recording, just above 11 cents, and an XRP sitting a little over 51 cents, down about 2% at the time of this recording. Now, I put out a video about this earlier this morning. If you want to go back and watch it, it's about Ripple and Stellar and Swift basically, and this huge opportunity they have in a 250 trillion with a T ecosystem going forward. It talks about banks, the 400 already operational, and how essentially XRP and XLM are interoperable with the Swift system. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a winner take all or Ripple taking over Swift. Now, I could definitely see that situation playing out, but what this article talks about is essentially how everyone can work together in enhancing the traditional financial system. Now, this just came in. U.S. Congressman McHenry says they will have no choice but to issue the first subpoena to the SEC if Chair Gary Gensler continues not to comply. Now, I'm kind of getting tired of all the talk, right? Because last week they were talking about this at the House Financial Services, and they were saying basically, look, they were telling Gary Gensler, look, it's time to make this happen. It's time to get the Bitcoin ETFs approved, essentially, without saying that. It's time for you to stop dragging your feet on what is true compliance and regulation in this market and make it happen so that we can move ahead with innovation. Here they are giving him a warning here today, and it's just like, at this point, I just want them to do something, put some pressure. I get it. They can't just straight up fire this guy, but they need to do more than what they're doing at this point in time. Why Ripple's IPO could skyrocket to Amazon level valuations. This came out today. Ripple's awaited IPO sparks intense speculation, pushing potential stock values to unprecedented levels. They talk about how Wall Street veteran, Linda Jones forecast Ripple's valuation at a staggering 107 billion. And I can see why, all the partnerships, what they've done globally. But this could send Ripple stock soaring, potentially touching the $600 mark, a price of industry titans like Amazon, Apple. I just can't wait till that happens. I get it. Some of us are getting frustrated and tired of the waiting game. We all know what's coming, guys. We all know what's coming. We just have to get through the mud, get through this bear market, get into the bull market, and essentially reap the rewards, because essentially we are still in the accumulation stage. Now, some people look at this as a good thing. I would still like to build out a bigger XRP bag right now. I'm happy with what I've got in XLM, but XRP, I feel like you could never have too much. But again, I'm not going to say I wouldn't like to see everything go to the moon overnight either. And so obviously we know at this point, or most of us know, Brad Garlinghouse got this nice little tattoo here with in honor of XRP. He said, and as for announcement that people are wondering about, tonight's event is just about a celebration, but I share my recent addition. He shows his tattoo. I put out a video before the proper party and said, guys, this is not about a big announcement. Could there be an announcement coming out? Yeah, but People were hyping things up, saying like it's a guarantee there's going to be an IPO and something about a settlement and all this stuff. The fact that we were deemed non-security with XRP was huge news this year. One of the biggest monumental moments in crypto history, really. And so that in itself was enough to have that celebration at the proper party. And it looked like it was pretty awesome. I know they had Lenny Kravitz. I'm a big fan of Lenny. Looked like they had a great time, but it was just a time, as he said, to celebrate. Now, with that being said, Ripple CEO tattoo decoded by pro XRP attorney Jeremy Hogan. So let's go down and see what this. Riddlers get to work. So XRP enthusiast and legal attorney Jeremy Hogan shares his deciphering of the lips tattoo. Hogan wrote on X, the tattoo shows the solar eclipse on October 14th as seen on this. I'm not going to read all that. And it intersects with the full moon from the northern latitudes. So there you go. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's kind of cool. Stellar, excited to see Bitstamp add support for Circle's USDC on Stellar, expanding access to near instant and low cost transactions. Users across Europe can now tap into the global ecosystem of apps and payment services powered by Stellar's blockchain network of on and off ramps. They are taking over in a big way on these on and off ramps. We know what they're doing with MoneyGram, and as I've said a million times, 365,000 offices with MoneyGram all over the world, and we could essentially call it Stellar now because Stellar owns a huge share of MoneyGram, is on the board there. And so, you know, all these on and off ramps will make a big difference. I've said in the past, MoneyGram actually was quoted as saying they are looking to be a global ATM with blockchain being the underlying technology. ISO 20022, let's do it, says total securities 112 trillion, total global FX market 7.5 trillion per day. The value of global domestic equity market increased from 65 trillion US dollars in 2013 to 98 trillion in 2022. So you can see a huge amount of opportunity for Ripple and Stellar to get a piece of the action. Expect an explosion in EPCIS files ahead of November 2023. A lot of people are talking about things heating up right now, not just because of October being a very bullish crypto month in general, but what we have ahead of us with November. Now, I want to put this on your radar. Lastly, I want you to listen to what this gentleman has to say, who is obviously a Ripple partner. Extremely bullish what he has to say.
Element in the instant payments schemes is important. Some geographies already have it. Faster payments in the UK, some of the Asian more advanced payment countries have it. Eurozone is launching it in November, but it's not sufficiently out there. And the one leg out, I think, is the critical element that will push the industry to move out of the general corresponding to one hop international and a domestic leg. That's one thing that needs to be spread out. Compliance always benefits from additional, the efforts that are already out there, but they need to be pushed further. The interchange of information in the industry so that we share information instead of everyone having to do all the activity on their own and repeat it and not use what someone else has done before. And the third one, where Swift is very involved, is standardization of formats and messages to not have to spend a lot of effort converting between different formats when you go internationally from one geography to another. This is, in any case, just to reinforce, and I mentioned before, there are players out there, and for instance, the organization where I belong, in Santander Group, we already are supporting international payments to Brazil. Our clients can order an international transfer, close the FX on their screen, and the payment gets there in seconds. This we are extending to other geographies, and the same way we are doing this, both incumbents and attackers are there. So the elements are there. Facilitation by the industry in the three areas that I mentioned would help.